People don't want to give out crap anymore. For $1 to maybe $2 more, you're able to give it something that someone actually wants to wear. So one of our first questions is typically, tell us about the audience. We've learned certain people like certain things, and it's easier to tailor it. The most sustainable item is something that people will keep and not throw away.
If you're giving someone a choice, they're not going to throw it out.
We are doing like 3,000 event kits, a party in a box. We had ordered all these buttons, like 300,000 buttons. And we found out a day before they were supposed to deliver that
All right, so we are here in Texas, and I'm with, people I have an affinity for because I work with you guys all the time. I'm with Jamie and I'm with Jen. I'd love for you guys to start us off, talk a little bit about why you guys got into this industry. And
sure, we'll do our best.
Okay.
So at the heart of it, we're a branded merchandise agency. So everything we do is related to anything with your brand, gifting, swag, whatever you want to call it. We're with a lot of corporate clients and work in the CPG industry as well as with a lot of event planners, enhancing their events through add-ons or gifting services along those lines. We founded in New York City in 1996, I believe.
You guys are obviously branded merchandise. What do you think is like the hottest piece of branded merchandise? Like, what's the one thing that you're like always getting emails,
That is
contacts
the hardest question, I feel
like.
like.
Right now, I'd say it's the Owala bottle. Everyone wants the
Not
Owala
me when
bottle,
I have mine in my hotel room.
Yes. But we get asked this question a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would say a lot of retail brands right now.
Okay.
People want retail. They want the brand recognition of kind of marrying their brand up with a
like
retail
a Stanley,
brand. Yeah.
like an Owala.
Somebody who has credit,
Right.
and they really want to bring those two things together. But it's always hard to pick like the one thing that everybody wants, and we get asked that question all the time.
Yeah, I know. I know the water bottles were big. You guys obviously did some for us, which I love. I feel like I've always gotten pillows for some reason too. Like branded
Pillows are really big for events.
Really big for events.
And people always steal them.
Why
Maybe not
is
here,
that?
but I don't know.
Why is that? It's like when you go to a hotel room and you're like, oh, I could take the robe home and I could take the little bottle of shampoo.
Yeah.
But I don't know about a branded pillow.
Depends what the brand is.
I guess it's true. Listen, if there's a Coca-Cola branded pillow, I might steal it.
There you go.
I like it.
What you like.
So in terms of brands, I feel like there's been a real shift away from like the basic brands, such as like t-shirts, for example. Like the Gildan t-shirt, I feel like we're now switching into more of those like more luxury, like the Comfort Colors, Peter Miller, Marine Layer. What do you think is driving that? Like why is that switch happening?
People don't want to give out crap anymore.
Yeah.
I think that
like that
that they want nice stuff. And which are you going to wear longer? A Gildan basic t-shirt or a nicer one from Marine Layer or Comfort Colors? And they find that people wear those. There's still a place for the Gildans of the world, marathons or huge events where cost is a big issue. But if it's not a big issue, for $1 to maybe $2 more, you're able to give it something that someone actually wants to wear.
Right.
Yeah, and I just think if it's a good product, is it going to wash well? Is it going to last for a long time? Because once you put your name on something, you want it to really be there for a long time and not, just be given to Goodwill or thrown in the trash.
Right. And how many times have you like gone to some sort of event and it's just like you get the branded tchotchkes, but they don't feel like they're a personalized touch to it. They don't feel like you're really understanding my experience being the attendee. How do you guys kind of handle that in what you do? Like when people come to you and they just give you a general idea, how do you really hone in on what works for them?
So one of our first questions is typically, tell us about the audience. Who's coming to this event? Is this male, female driven? Are they construction workers or finance bros? So let's learn a little bit.
That's a big difference right there.
Let's learn a little bit more about who the attendee that's getting the gift is, because we've learned certain people like certain things and it's easier to tailor it. We've also seen a big shift into people being able to pick their own gifts now, whether that means you're coming to the event with 5 different items with a limited supply and you get what you get, or we're actually setting up online gifting portals for that so people can choose themselves.
So have you seen kind of that large shift into mostly online now, is like less than in person, but now giving that option? Or are you seeing it kind of both upticking at the same time?
I think it's upticking at the same time. I definitely think the technology portion has been upticking a lot lately, but there's several ways you could do it. So, part of that kind of intake of the project when we ask the questions is like, how is this going to be received? Are we doing a trade show? Are we doing a meeting? What kind of event is it? What is your budget? And then
Budget's a big question.
We can start solving that technology portion if it's needed, because we have many different platforms to do it with. So we just have to make sure we're finding the right one.
This episode is brought to you by Cohera. One of the hardest things about destination events is that you're only as good as the relationships you have on the ground. Cohera has spent years building those relationships with venues, vendors, and local partners across the country, so you don't have to. Full-service destination management, national scale, people who know the market. That's Cohera. Learn more at meetcohera.com. So in terms of kind of taking it online, how does that tie into also sustainability? And like, how are we kind of thinking that as planners and like gifting as planners? Like, are we doing recycled tote bags? And are we doing the water bottles so that way it's not only using plastic water bottles?
I think it almost is sustainable because you're allowing people to pick what they want. So that's number one, right? If you're giving someone a choice, they're not going to throw it out or, do something else with it. And there's a lot less waste in sizes for apparel and just choice.
Yeah.
That would be my number one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the most sustainable item is something that people will keep and not throw away. There's plenty of items out there that are made with recycled products, recycled, bottles and fibers and, or they're carbon offset. But at the end of the day, a not as nicely made bag out of recycled fibers isn't going to be as nice as a really good cotton canvas tote that is going to last forever.
Right. So it's also having to understand like what is going to be the sustainable option, but also what is going to give the luxury option for attendees and like kind of marrying them in a way as well.
Yeah. And there's even ways now, and I don't know all the ins and outs, where you can actually have like a code and a piece of apparel and you can follow it for its lifetime from being made to being discarded, which is very cool.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like that's definitely a trend I want to see more in terms of
probably will.
What we're doing for events and like how things are traveling through.
And we've done some fully sustainable swag shops at events where every single item has a story.
That's so cool.
Story.
So what kind of items were you guys implementing into that?
Like bamboo socks and wheat fiber speakers and reusable totes and water bottles, but
ocean
making
bottle.
sure that ocean bottle, which is coming from trash in the ocean.
Yeah.
And
oh, wait, that's really neat.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And all of these, obviously, we brand them
yes.
to anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but every time I brand with you guys do actual, like, the color matching to the exact.
Yes. Always.
Which is
for the logo.
huge, I think, too, for, like, a lot of the big companies that have, like, the exact color that you need to match.
Yeah, we always follow brand guidelines and look for the PMS colors. And
I think that's huge too when working with partners is like making sure that
the
brand is being followed and like having partners like you guys know on our end what we need.
Because we need to be the expert on your brand. So we need to have a copy of the brand guidelines and have everything we need to make sure what you're getting is exactly what you think you should be getting.
Exactly. Because how many times are people going to come to you for a gifting opportunity, give you no guidelines, and you're going to give them, you're going to give them gifts and they're like, this doesn't fit. And you're like, I wonder why it doesn't fit. We didn't get the guidelines, did we? Yeah. So I think that makes a huge difference in how we partner with our clients. So in terms of like influencer gifting, I know you guys had mentioned that. Tell me a little bit more about that influencer gifting and how that's kind of popping into the market now.
We're doing some items that go viral, and everyone's goal is to get these to go viral. Like we just recently did a huge, around the Super Bowl, huge Heinz ketchup keg. And it was, And last year,
an actual keg? Wait, was it like beer keg or like ketchup coming out of it?
Ketchup.
You would be surprised. We've also done the Eagles game.
They were playing the Packers.
We did Philadelphia
cream
cream
cheese
cheese hats instead of like the cheese heads. So it was kind of like the cheese heads versus the Philadelphia cream cheese heads at the game.
That
It was
is
very
such
cool.
great
Those are
innovation
really
on
fun
that.
Last year,
projects.
Red Lobster did a hoodie that had a warming pocket for the biscuits. So,
Some
which
of
is
them are
great.
crazy
So,
and things that, you know,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
would not use, but they're very cool and people
And
absolutely
niche to
love
like
them.
what
Oh,
that
yes.
brand or
Yes.
company is trying to do. And as we just talked about, I mean, brand is everything, and like
Yeah.
marketing to the specific brand. And the cream cheese has, I need photos of all of these
Oh,
things,
we
by
have-
the way, because
we have them.
the Heinz ketchup bottle,
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
yes.
ketchup. So I would probably just be like,
We've done crazy
Yeah.
things.
that's,
Yeah.
tell me more about some crazy things, because I love
Creative
this.
Oscar Mayer did a bologna face mask a few years ago.
But it's like a piece of bologna over your
Yeah,
face.
there's
How
been
did you manage to pull that off? That is crazy.
I don't know.
partners and sourcing, and we just kind of figure it
And
out.
a lot of creative
Yes.
that really helps with the concepting and how are we going to do this. It's a long process from the creative to the testing.
How long was that process working through that?
I don't know, but I
Mm.
would say something we can always get things done in a short period of time.
I know you
but
guys can. You guys
the
have saved me in a
longer
pinch.
Periods where you have like that 3 to 4 months, it's amazing because we'll also do gift with purchase or in-store activations. And when we're packing things together with an actual like retail product and a gift with purchase, usually those brands will plan ahead, but we need a few months to do that.
I think that's always what's so much fun is like you said in the beginning, and why you transferred into this
Yes,
industry is like you get
everything
to be creative.
Is
Would you
creative.
ever thought you would be doing a bologna mask when you were in
No,
finance?
and it's the interesting part is,
You don't always put bologna on your face?
I know, right?
right?
I'm gonna start doing that
That's
if it
for
works.
Oscar Mayer, but then if you show that, maybe not that one exactly, but if you show that to an industry like a technology industry that has nothing to do with that, sometimes it sparks ideas. So it always kind of can go together with the brainstorming of just creative and new ideas.
It opens up the gates of like, this is how creative we can be and how we can push the bounds, and like just imagine what we could do for your tech company or
But,
whatever
you know,
have you.
It can also be simple. I just did an influencer kit that was super simple. It's just a completely full color custom box with a water bottle, but it was for a book and the artwork is so amazing from the book that you really can put that on so many different things and it'll look cool.
And I think that's what's beautiful too, is you guys can do both. Like you can do the really high touch personalization, everything along those lines, but you can also scale it back. And you can be that affordable option to do the simple things and like the clean, classic, traditional things that, you know, event planners might just need in the pinch. Like I have definitely contacted you guys.
We've done plenty of
Plenty of
napkins and
Oh my
cups and
God.
coffee
My
stands.
gosh,
24/7.
even the
Yes.
stirs.
Yes,
I think I've
all
had you
very
guys do like
quickly.
almost a whole coffee bar setup for me
Oh,
with like the
yes.
branded sleeves,
sure.
branded cups,
Yes.
branded tops.
Those are the easy, everyday
Oh my
items,
gosh,
yes.
yeah. Oh,
Those
God.
don't take 3 to 4 months.
No.
Those
Thank
take a day.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God for us, because
Yeah.
otherwise we would
3
be
to 4
telling our
days.
client. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys have really saved me a lot. So how should planners be thinking about including remote employees and virtual attendees who aren't in the room in
that's
the
a great
gifting
question.
experience?
So we during COVID, everyone went virtual, and every company out there mailed, work from home kits and cocktail kits and whatever event they were doing online. So it encouraged everyone afterwards that if people can't come to the event, we can still send them a box,
Right.
and make them feel a part of it. So a lot of people are also gifting beforehand with the registration. There'll be something small, and then whatever people get at the event, and then even post
A follow-up.
attendee gifts. So making a box that can be sent to the people who couldn't come is a very simple thing to do.
Yeah. No, I love that
I think
a lot.
also new hire kits are extremely important for virtual employees, to send them something that, whether they're in office or not, it's really, really nice to get something when you first start.
Yeah, you don't feel isolated, just
Right.
like sitting
You
in your own
definitely
little island.
feel more part of the group. And then also, I mean, when you're on a Zoom call and you're wearing your logo or you're holding your cup, I mean, it's great. I also think I recently did a gifting website for a incentive trip that was coming up, and they mailed really nice pieces of luggage for the people to use on the trip beforehand, which was really nice. And they had 2 pieces that they could choose from, and then they could either choose an Owala or a power bank, and they were all sent before the event so they could be used there.
That's awesome. Because that's also thinking ahead
Yeah.
of all
Oh,
of it
yeah.
too. And I think that's what's important about gifting is thinking ahead to not just, what we're doing on site, but like you're saying, what are we doing after? What are we doing after a program to show the client like, hey, thanks for showing up and being with Cohera for the site
It
and all of this
continues the
nature.
communication and,
Yeah.
how you're
That
working with
relationship
them.
build,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Because I think gifting can sometimes, in my brain, come off as more of a transactional. Like you don't want to buy someone buy their love or what have you, buy their business. But it's also, I think gifting is so important because you can personalize it and it shows that you're paying attention and you're listening to them.
And I think what we forget a lot of times is like most people don't get gifts all the time. So they're actually like, for me, it's like, oh, another t-shirt, another water bottle, or you too. But most people don't. And they're really, really appreciative when they get something, especially something they're going to use.
Yeah. Especially when you listen to what they want. Because if you already have a branded water bottle, then obviously next time we're not going to be just doing branded water bottles. We need to scale it up.
Right.
Hey, coffee cups. Let's look into that area. What about notebooks or other elements? So when you guys are kind of working with clients that are repeat and are coming back, what are the questions that you're asking about trying to really nail in on what product would work best for them?
So, I mean, the most common question we get is what's new and exciting?
I was going to ask you guys that. What's trending in your
And
world?
there's always, we ask people when we're coming back, like, is there anything that you've done previously? Like, we know you did this last year. Is there any categories to stay away from or any categories to look into? And then when we work with people, we do personalized presentations for their events. So it's specific to exactly what they're looking for. And we give 20 to 30 options and can narrow it down from there.
And we also really vet the product. Like I always go back to those car chargers where you would put it in the cigarette lighter and people would be like, I want $1 one from a trade show. And I'd be like, I'm not going to sell you that.
Yeah, it's going to break in 2 days.
It's going to break. It's going to burn your fuse. Like it's not what you actually want. Please pick something else, but I don't feel comfortable. So I think the fact that we do that, we know they're getting good quality. And that doesn't mean expensive. It just means that we know that we're confident that they will be happy.
Product that we're bringing to you. Because it would be the worst to give someone something it's like
it starts a fire.
I was about to say, suddenly your car's on fire and you're like, uh-oh, this is a liability. Yeah, no, I think vetting your partners and understanding that you have trusted partners coming into this is, it's everything in this industry is the trust.
You guys have vetted us. We vetted our partners.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's a whole circle of trust. Yeah, I like it. So for the planner who wants to level up their gifting program, what's the single conversation they need to be having that they're probably not having right now?
I think the most information you could get from your client all around from the start is probably going to put you on the best path. So budget is huge. I mean, we have $2 water bottles. We have $200 water bottles. We really need to know where you want to be and what the goal is for what you are doing. Also, art is sometimes important. Do you have a full color logo? Because if you do, we can't use that on every bottle,
right,
or every bag. So I think the decoration is also important. But as much information that can be received from the start is probably the best way to get the most ideas that are feasible. And timing is always a big one too.
Timing, I know. That's the one thing I'm always like, so how many days do you need the branded item by? And there's so many times where they're like, 3.
But on your side, like 6 months, a year in advance that you're having the event, but sometimes we don't get that order until a month before. So sometimes we have to make sure there's stock. We have to make sure that the timing still works and all of those things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you guys noticed anything too in terms of the shifting environment with tariffs and like bringing things into the country? How has that been in your guys' industry?
It affected us.
Yeah.
It affected everyone.
I mean,
I wouldn't say it affected us as much as we expected it to. Our industry prices have gone up roughly 5%-ish the last few years. Same thing with the grocery store, same with everything else. So,
if the eggs are getting expensive, then obviously branded water bottles are going to get more expensive.
So it hasn't been a huge jump for most items. There's been times where we've had items in the process of coming over and a new tariff is hit, but it's calmed down a lot and it's not.
Then we have conversations. I think the gas could start being an issue with freight now. I could see maybe UPS and FedEx raising their prices a little bit, just because of how much gas costs and the transportation,
no, that makes sense.
More so than the actual product right now.
So we always like to end our event planner confession episodes with a confession, a crazy story, a pivot moment, something that's just blown your mind in the event world. Do you have one?
I have a fun one from many years ago where
I think I know what this might be.
We were doing like 3,000 event kits, a party in a box for the Home Depot and a partner, Kaboom, where we had ordered all these buttons, like 300,000 buttons. And we found out a day before they were supposed to deliver that they were never produced. And the vendor basically ran off with the money. And it was a fun little thing, but luckily we had a different vendor that we were able to use and produced 300,000 buttons in 3 days. And
oh my gosh.
The end client never
knew
that this was a thing until afterwards.
That's the best ending of the story is when they never know.
We had to work a little bit of overtime and, got a few gray hairs, but at the end of the day, it all worked out.
Isn't that always how it is in events? Is like, there's a bunch of chaos going on behind the scenes, but at the end of the event, everything's okay.
Yes.
Usually. We
hope.
Hopefully. Hopefully. We always hope.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining today. It was so great talking with you guys.
You as well.
I'm just so excited for just the partnership continuing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
If you're getting value out of this conversation, the best thing you can do is hit subscribe. Event Planner Confessions, powered by Cohera, drops new episodes every other week with the people, ideas, and activations shaping the future of this industry. And if you want to see what Cohera is actually building behind the scenes, head to meetcohera.com. We'll see you on the next one.